Real Fam. And last night we had some technical difficulties. I do apologize for that.
Yes, absolutely.
Unfortunately, we did have the team fix those issues, so everything is all good now. We're back on air, and we're gonna redo last night's discussion, which was about men's dating and being able to navigate that structure within the U.S. nowadays in current times as compared to what other countries, specifically maybe the UK, think about us and the dynamic of women pulling out of the dating market and becoming more independent, and men pulling themselves kind of back out of that whole structure altogether and doing what we've always done, and just kind of just pull back really and just do your thing. Really, that's all we do. Go to work, go home. You know how the game works.
Absolutely.
So how does it compare to the UK's version of men's role in society currently, and what do they think? Do you think, what are their thoughts on that towards the US men? What do you think? So first off, we'll start the discussion. What men actually are going through here in the US and how the dating scene is becoming way more difficult to navigate here, and what that might be perceived by other countries, what might be actually going on that we men in the US here locally are not aware of.
Dating at an all-time low. Hopefully we can bring it up, y'all.
Honestly, though, I think it's becoming a lot more difficult. Personally, on my experience, I've been single for a decade. Okay, so well, actually, yeah, it'll be a decade. Actually, considering my birthday was a couple of days ago on January 26th. So my birthday just passed, and I turned 41. I've been single for 10 solid years now, and it's been rough. I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning of my singularity, so to speak, I was very much a bachelor type and avoided women at all costs.
Hey, hey. Yourself.
And not to just say, I've been through some bad relationships myself, even some abusive ones that I've gotten out of, obviously, and haven't returned myself to that sort of lifestyle, and just kind of took the last decade to work on myself. And I gotta say, it's worked out beautifully. It's worked out beautifully. I got zero drama. I got a house now. I got great friends,
yes,
and hopefully a YouTube career here kicking off, and we'll be doing great here, very well here in the future. So, what are your thoughts on the dynamic of men trying to navigate the current situation in dating in the U.S.?
Less stress, more happiness. I take it back when you was like, it's been like a decade, or what I'm saying, and all that. I haven't been so much that far with that, what I'm saying.
What's your personal experience with finding women on dating apps and stuff like that?
Well, first and foremost, dating apps I'm not gonna do. If the dating was already kind of crazy, I'm not gonna go to the internet with it. Nah, probably not.
So you're just staying away from the dating apps.
Stay away from dating apps. You know what I'm saying? I'll do more.
What is that? Is it because it's like cringeworthy?
Very, very cringe. Very. You know what I'm saying? Because like already, if you can't meet somebody just
bad
like
apples, bad intentions.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength of, hey, wherever you at in the world, you know what I'm saying? Just out in public, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm probably definitely not going to go to the social media or internet, whichever, you know what I'm saying, with it. But at the end of the day, hopefully everything turns around and it's better than what it's been in the past. I just got out of a relationship, more forthcoming. I'm going to say.
You're saying that slow.
Yeah. That was... because it was long term. It was long term. Like it really was. You know what I'm saying? 20 years on and off. Respectfully. I do have my share of ups, downs, round and around.
We all do.
And I can't say for the most part it was an experience. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it was a lesson and a blessing you know,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I got the good and the bad, but
Right,
at the same
right.
time, I'm able to sit here and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So everything still worked out for the better. You know, so hopefully what I've been through and what you've been through,
Right.
we can branch out and we can help each other and help others. You know what I'm saying? To get away from what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, we have to look out for each other. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So, like, you stay away from dating apps. What methods do you currently have to resort to find any sort of connection? And if you are finding any sort of connections, what kind of connections are they? And are they personal or not? And if they are, why aren't they?
Well, I honestly like this here. Um, New, I'm kind of hesitant towards it because of the fact of, like I say, get out there and try it again. Okay, cool, fine, no problem. But on the experience that I've been through, you know what I'm saying, and all that, and I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want that to ruin for the rest of my life or anything like that. I'm just hoping and praying that everything gets better, and I have.
I don't think anybody intends on getting married and having a woman ruin your life with a fucking lifelong mortgage, taking half of everything you got.
Marriage is a big word to me because guess what? I tell you
That's
what.
not the goal, ladies.
If I settle down and go that route, oh man, I tell you what, I've tried it.
I don't know.
Didn't work out. But I'm not gonna let one bad apple spoil the bunch.
Spoil the bunch, right? Right.
So I'm on lean to going out and putting my heart out there again. But I tell you what, I'm very precautious.
So what kind of results are you finding on these apps, though? I mean, like,
well, honestly, apps, no.
Are you finding a quality of women or lower quality of women, or like, I mean, lower quality? I guess that's open to interpretation. Everybody's got a difference in that. Because to me, even personally, like, you could be a solid outside on, you could be a 9 or a 10 solidly on the outside, but on the inside, you're a fucking 2.
Keyword:
straight up bad attitude.
Inner.
Yeah.
Everything on the outside is one thing, but the inner, that's where it comes from. You know what I'm saying?
That drops for me a 9 or a 10 down to a 5 or 4 easy.
Easy. I'm with you on that one, brother. I'm with you on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Because that sort of argument, that sort of confrontation or risk in the future is not worth all that.
It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Your peace, your sanity, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Protect it at all costs.
Yep.
At all costs.
Yeah.
I'm not the oldest, but I'm not the youngest either. You know what I'm saying? But at my age that I am, I'm trying to find love.
I feel you.
Genuine, real love.
Okay, now you say genuinely, but I will say this: there has been some pushback with females against males kind of pulling back, because in that regard, there are more chads picking up the slack. And their problem is their main argument is they can't find quality men, because all they're finding is men that don't want to be serious in relationships. And women say, now I'm just stating this objectively, that they want to find love in long-lasting relationships. Like, they want to find their guy, they want to get married, they just want to start having babies and stuff like that. They kind of changed their minds on a lot of that stuff, from the 4B thing didn't really plan out for them, I don't think. And the whole lesbian independent woman thing, I don't think for a lot of them worked out emotionally.
Yeah.
And they decided, that would probably not be the best route, and they're lonely and they want to find something.
Right, absolutely.
But I think on that inner note, women suddenly don't realize, or maybe some of them are starting to realize, which is why they're changing their game up a little bit, their tactics, is that the reason why they're falling into all these chads is really because you have this abundance of good guys, right? Okay, I'll say this: the majority of guys that are attractive, right, are probably 10% out of the 90% of guys that are out there, right? So women always say they can't find any good guys, or it's always guys' problem, guys' fault, guys' fault. Well, it's not all guys' fault because they're not choosing all guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're only choosing the 10%.
Mm-hmm.
The 90% kind of get left to the wayside in the back. And in that regard, you see what I'm getting on now.
Right.
In that regard, I think women are shorting themselves on the available opportunities with men that would actually treat them genuinely with care and respect, as opposed to pulling out of that dating market altogether and then making all these guys that are already having a hard time make it 10 times more difficult for them, and they're pulling back, and then all you women are bitching and complaining you can't find any good guys because only the good, or only the chads now are pursuing you, and they're the only good looking guys out there, and unfortunately, ladies, they are the only guys you tend to choose.
Yeah, I mean, that's
just throwing that out there. I don't want to be rude about it,
yeah.
but I really think women need to stop and think for a minute who they're excluding out of their options, because they're only choosing attractive men who they already know are going to treat them disrespectfully, and then they're going to have to get on TikTok, get on Facebook, they're going to have to get on YouTube and start complaining about these relationships they've been choosing that aren't going to do them any good.
Hey, social media's running the world. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, man. So I just hope that hey, everything gets better, man. And the whole thing of this dating and finding love and women and men, like I said, hey, at the end of the day, we want to do the whole marriage thing, you know what I'm saying? Happily ever after and all that, but at the same time I have to have definitely fact to do that and go that route, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully everything gets better, man, and hopefully everything works out, and hey, we can do that,
Well, I the whole point of what I was just saying, though, just to reiterate on that and to add to what you just said, women are subjecting all men and putting them all in the same category, saying they're all bad, but yet they're only choosing 10% of the guys out there. So it can't be that all men are bad. It's only 10%. Unfortunately, it's only 10% that you're attracted to and you tend to choose.
Right.
So in this instance, I think you kind of get what you ask for, really.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? I mean, look, myself, I'm not the most attractive guy in the world. I'll say that now, even in my older age, after chasing people off and kind of losing some good looks. I'm 41 now. I know I'm not the most attractive anymore. I'm very short, which is, first of all, very unattractive to a lot of women, especially short ones, believe it or not. They like extremely tall men for whatever fucking reason. And they don't choose short guys. And then for whatever reason, big, thick, tall women love really fucking small, short dudes. And that baffles my mind. I don't understand that. The dynamics of it physically don't work. The physics of it don't work for me. I mean, I don't get that.
Tall and thick woman, my type. I like that.
Yeah, but they're always like the super tall ones for me, like 6'1", and it's like ridiculous tall.
Yeah, I mean, for your height, yeah, I feel you on that. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Me being a man of my stature, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest, but I'm not the smallest. 6'2", I mean, hey, I'll take that.
But like average height of woman for me is like what, 5'6", 5'7"?
Somewhere in there.
Or do you prefer smaller women? I mean, be honest.
Honestly, like,
it don't matter. I mean,
I love short and middle and tall. So it's like
you don't really have a height.
I don't have a preference.
Right, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
So you keep your options open that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
you have to.
There's a lesson to be learned in this, ladies, right here. You see how men are more willing to open their options in their criteria for what they require for a woman. All right, he's not strictly sticking to a woman that's 6'1", like most of you damn women want a guy that's 6 foot and taller. Sorry,
I don't want a big Amazon.
Right. Out of the 10% of good-looking guys, the ones that are 6 foot and taller are probably going to be about fucking 0.5% or less. Okay. And then you want a guy that makes money. So those tall guys that are making money is probably going to be about 0.1% or a fraction of that 0.5%. So you're really putting yourself into a slim category for options. As he just did, and you noticed that was his personal opinion.
Yeah.
He was willing to widen his range of acceptability for what he's looking for in a woman to make him happy.
Right. I don't mind expanding my horizon at all. You know, open for, you know, a lot of different things.
Right. Okay. We'll move on a little bit. How many relationships have you found were more meaningful since your I don't want to get too personal, but your marriage didn't plan out as well as you thought it would? Like, how many relationships have you gone through and it still hasn't just worked out for you? It's just been one of those things where it's like, I just can't find, you know, the right feeling.
Right. Honestly, one. And that one that I'm, you know, referring to, I still have feelings for her. I still care about her, you know what I'm saying? And I wish the best for her, you know, and all that. You know, but my thing is here is like this. I want to make sure that everything is right, you know, because I have experience in the whole dating, you know, being engaged, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the next step is marriage. I was trying to get there, live the right way, you know, godly way, have, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm willing to still pursue that same type of going out and doing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the age, I'm 40. I'm 40, you know. That's not the oldest. It's not the youngest.
But it doesn't make it any easier when you're not young.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. But I'm very confident. I'm a very confident man, you know what I'm saying?
I will say that you are.
I'm a very confident man. And I've always been that way since I was, you know, yay high. You know what I'm saying? I will say that respectfully, you know, but
your daddy is very confident with women.
Oh, yeah, very confident now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, at the end of the day, man, good. You know?
Okay. Well, I mean, what? I'm trying to think of the question I asked you. You kind of caught me off guard because I kind of get into your story there for a minute.
Yeah.
My mind got off track. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in a relationship?
First and foremost,
like seriously, what are you seriously searching for?
First and foremost, loyalty, healed, communication. Those what I just named, I have to have that. I would love to have that because, like I say, that's on experience. That's what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So to go through what I've been through, and I'm not saying I've been through everything, but at my age, and I've always found myself to be in a relationship. So sometimes I do have this in the back of my head. I haven't ever really had time to myself, but I'm good with that. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. You know, I mean, hey, life goes on at the end of the day, you know, and you still have to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
I've been there, you know, shit, not the last decade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally feel that, you know, sometimes you need to kind of step out of that ring, you know, of runners and kind of let yourself catch your breath.
Yeah, got to. Definitely, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, it's about you. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? You make the best of what you want for your life. It's your life.
Absolutely. You know, so what in that, what things are you willing to bend on from what you're looking? I mean, depending on what you're looking at or what you're looking for, what things are you willing to, you know, kind of say, that's not really so much important, but it is something that would be nice to have in somebody, you know, as a characteristic, if I could find it.
Okay, I'm a family-oriented type of man. You know, I'm big on family. You know, with me, it's just my siblings and of course my children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Both mother and father are gone. You know, Loved them and I missed them. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is with the being with the woman or wanting the woman that I would love to have, she has to be like very family oriented, just like myself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a big part of me. You know, I'm big on going places. You know, doing things with the family. And, you know, kids. I love kids. I have two of my own.
Yeah, yeah.
Dating a woman with children, kind of reserved on that because, you know, of course, what I've been through.
Hold on, I don't mean to break the story, man. You said you got kids, right? Is that boy or girl?
I have a boy and a girl.
Okay. I have a boy, man. My kid, look, he's 9 years old, but he's a hellion.
Yeah.
He got Asperger's. He got Asperger's.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of this, but the kid is smart as hell.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Smart as hell. But he's got some attitude issues.
And I'm sure he gets that respectfully.
When he talks to people, he talks extremely damn rude.
Yeah.
And it drives me insane because he talks like a damn 9-year-old going on 19.
But what it reminds you so much of yourself.
Like,
so I believe that's a lot.
Like he knows everything.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, kids of today are our future, you know? And
I don't mean to go off subject. I just had to mention that, man. Because you got a boy and a girl.
I have a boy and a girl. I have a 15-year-old teenager and I have a 5-year-old daughter.
Okay,
you
see?
know?
So you kind of in between. You got the low spot with the young kid, and you got the one that's up and coming into an adult.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I really have the best of both worlds, and I'm thankful for that. And I thank you, Lord. You know, I do. Like I'm very, very. I love my children with the utmost everything in me. You know what I'm saying?
Kids are great though, man. I mean, they're a blessing. I'll truly say that. I don't love any human being on this planet more than I do my son.
Absolutely, man.
And you know, for me, it's everything I do, every breath I take, every move, every thought in my head is angled with the intention to better this child's life. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter what it is, YouTube, making videos. I'm doing this for him so I can hopefully become monetized and eventually make enough income here on YouTube to take care of my kid and leave him this house and have it paid off and leave him this house and have him something when he gets old enough to be able to learn how to maintain. And I'm already getting into teaching him finances. And the kid is super smart.
Starting early,
so he's super quick. He's always done everything in his life early, which is thankful for me. You know, because of the Asperger's, we did find out why, you know, unfortunately a little bit late. We didn't find out till about 2 years ago. But even in that regard, you know, kids are great. Kids are great, man. They're
wonderful. Very, the biggest blessing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, so what or I don't know if we kind of went off subject. What attributes are you willing to kind of give up on for, you know, wanting like your perfect chick? What does she look like, and what things would you be willing to give up on?
I mean, I'm not so much big on looks now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, we're at our age that we are, you know what I'm saying? I'm at my age that I am, you know what I'm saying? Looks are okay. It's not everything.
I guess what I'm really saying is, how many red flags are you willing to accept?
Okay, yeah, you struck a nerve on that one.
Just saying, bro.
Oh, not too many.
We find red flags in something all the damn time. There's something deeper in there that caused that shit.
I'm not saying I have the best horoscope, but to me, hey, I'm a Libra. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I'm all right. I'm 10 toes down on mine. You know what I'm saying?
I'm an Aquarius. I go with the flow most of the time.
About balance and all that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I peep things from a mile away. You know what I'm saying? So I know things way before. Hey, guess what? I'm already on it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, that's me.
Hey,
you know, overthinker. And it's a gift and a curse. I will say that honestly, it is. But hey, I love the way God made me.
You know, hey, you know, I agree 100% with that. There's nothing wrong with being an overthinker.
No.
There really isn't. Me, myself, I'm an Aquarius. I kind of go with the flow. But the thing with the nature of water is, like Bruce Lee said, is water can flow, but it can also crash. So you got to be careful with that. You know what I mean? Don't get too deep in that shit because it'll drown you.
It will.
Right now, I am a deep lover. I like to, I won't say I'm not a smotherer. I used to be when I was younger because I was inexperienced and kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was those weak ass simp type when I was younger, and I mean like a teenager.
I'm not saying I'm perfect.
When I joined the military, it was more of like a big head thing because I was buffed up. I weighed 165 pounds. I was muscular as hell. You put that uniform on and you walk in a room or a bar full of women, and it just seems like every goddamn head at the table is turned to you, man, and they're like checking everybody out.
Right.
You know, and somebody's walking away with somebody. That's for damn sure at the end of the night. That's just the way it goes, because it doesn't matter if you're, I guess in that effect, not that attractive, because if you got the body, and most women know that if you're a man in uniform and you're walking into a bar, you got the body because you're working out. You know, there are some people who, actually, I don't know how it is now. Back in my day, the workout routines were very vigorous. Now I think things are a little bit more relaxed. But in any regard, women were very easy to attract. Nowadays, in your 40s, it seems a little bit harder to be able to do that.
Yeah, the world. Hey, look, the world's changed dramatically. You know,
I've lost some looks, brother. You know, you got a little gray in that beard.
Hey, it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hey, look, hey, that's wisdom. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? 40, that's a new 30. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I'm good. I'm still good, man. I'm all right.
Right, and I will say to you, women, men. And this is said and to be true, and it is true. I believe it 100% as a man, to the women out there. When a man gets older, he does age into maturity. Women hit maturity in their 20s, and then they kind of age and regress back into being a damn child and want to be taken care of and that sort of thing, and become immature. I'm not saying all women. I don't want to put them in that category. But there are some women out there that have been damaged that need to be fixed, and not by a man. At least not one that ain't a therapist. I'll say that.
Therapist. Yeah.
So, take your medication, ladies. Seek some help if you need it. Take some help if you need it. Don't be afraid to do that. So, dial 1-800-SEEK-HELP now. I'm sorry. I'm just picking on you, but for real, it's a lot harder for a man in his older years, I would say, to attract a woman his age. A lot of younger women tend to be, and I'm not saying like in their 20s, just even in their 30s, tend to be attracted to slightly older men in their 40s and 50s. For whatever reason, they're seeking older men. And even the younger demographic now in their 20s,
that's the new age. That's the new age dating, man.
Seeking men in their 50s and 40s.
That's the new age dating, man.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm finding that women in their 50s and 40s are having a very hard time finding guys in their age group that want to date them, because the guys have kind of pulled out. They've done the whole independent woman career thing, and now they have no kids and they're alone. Excuse me. And they don't have any sort of lifestyle to transition to after the career.
Right.
They have no children, no man, no marriage, none of that going on. And now they find themselves trolling in the dating field on, you know, all these dating apps, Bumble and Tinder and all of that, and Facebook, and it's not really working out for them, and they're falling flat because nobody wants to pick them up and kind of repair the damage that's been done over the last 20 years.
I've never been a big fan of, you know, the whole, you know, dating apps and all that. Kind of, you know, but I mean, like, hey, to each his own, you know what I'm saying?
I've tried them, and when I was younger, it was very easy to attract women. Like I said, I've tried it in my late 30s, about 37, 38, and found absolutely no luck whatsoever in that regard on dating apps. That being Tinder and Bumble, and as well as Facebook dating, and none of that worked whatsoever. So I pulled myself out completely and just haven't really tried in that regard. Sorry again. But so I haven't really tried in that regard. But in that context, I still try to be hopeful that, you know, somebody out there would be attracted to me and hopefully kind of pick up what I'm trying to put out there and just be myself.
Yeah.
I don't know why men always have to be the expectant one to approach a woman, and I understand that is traditionally how it goes, but we're not really working with the traditional woman nowadays, now are we? So, in that regard, I kind of want to focus a little bit more on the fact that women have changed the dating landscape nowadays.
Yeah.
Altogether, altogether. I mean, they changed the whole damn thing is a lot more different than what you would expect it to be. Um, because I think there's a lot more uh, women being crucial of men, for sure. Because, like I said, and I think it's not intentional. I think they don't understand. Like I said before, they're only picking the 10% of men that are attractive, that are chads, that they know they can get away with treating a woman poorly and just move on to the next one because they got three more on that damn list. They can, take up that room, and they don't necessarily have to treat the woman well because all they want to do is smash and get out, which I can't say in that regard. I wouldn't understand that from Chad's perspective either, because if that's all that's attracted to you and that's all you can get,
that's not much.
That doesn't give you many options as a Chad either, does it? So just saying, I think on both sides, it would help if women allowed themselves to be more approachable to men. I think that would alleviate the number of Chads out there, and I would think we would honestly give the 90% of guys that are not attractive Chads and not being chosen, and probably therefore not more willing or likely to mistreat you poorly, and you might have a better chance and opportunity to find somebody that would be worth your time and while.
You might actually do. I agree with you on that one.
So let's move over to the UK side, though, on that conversation. What do you think people in other countries, we'll move to the UK specifically because they're kind of our counterpart here on this side of the world, our mother country, if you will. I don't really want to put it that way, but most of us did project from that area to here in some form or another. How do you think that their perspective of American dating is projected? What do you think their thoughts might be about that? About the whole women being more independent.
Yeah. Honestly, I believe it might be on the same path. In so many ways or whatever.
They might think it's a little crazy.
Yeah. Like
a little absurd.
I mean, because certainly. Like I say, dating in this day and time, I'm thinking it's all over the world. I'm sure, but hey, UK, USA, different countries, but
different cultures too.
Right, very much so.
Over there, a lot of their laws are a little bit different, and I think that even changes the dynamics of their dating culture, and the characteristics that that the males and females have to exhibit to therefore get a relationship. Based off of those dynamics that they're presented with. In the U.S., I'm not going to say it tends to be more difficult compared to there because I don't necessarily know what the dating scene is. But I'm very curious to see what my UK watchers, I only have 1 or 2% of them actually watching the channel right now. But I'm very curious to see what you guys think about that out in the UK. Shout out to you guys.
Hey, shout out.
And see what you guys think about it here on the channel. What do you guys think about the American dating scene and what women are doing with their independence and becoming, more career driven? And how do you think that affects American men pulling back out of the dating scene and basically becoming lone wolves again?
Yeah, very interesting.
Even in that aspect, myself, I've done it here. The last 10 years myself. Like I said, the last decade. But I'm more of like a wolf pack kind of guy. Ironically, I'm not a people person, but I am a wolf pack kind of guy. I do like camaraderie. I don't necessarily have to be the leader of that pack, but I do have to be a voice within that pack and something that, some sort of an encouragement somewhat to, the energy of the pack. And I'm the sort of person that likes to gather his energy around his fellow man.
Yeah. Video on that.
you know.
Mhm.
So, what are your perspectives on that? How do you like, you know,
Well,
how are you enjoying your solidarity as a single man, and what are you doing about it? Are you becoming more lonely and internal, you know, withdrawn internally, or are you more into the, you know, outstretched wolf pack kind of mentality and kind of, you know, drawing, you know,
more of the
the
out,
male energy around
right,
it?
right, yeah, more of the, you know, outstretched. Because, like I said, lonely. I'm not here saying that I'm, you know, I'm human. I have feelings or whatever and all that, you know. But
Right.
I guess the way I am, lonely. I wouldn't use that word, but you know, hey, life, life is life. You know what I'm saying? You have to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? Hey, try to admit, hey, every 24 is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, very true.
So lonely. That's not my choice of word, but I would say, hey, I'm loving the skin that I'm in. You know, every day is a
The
different
hell?
day.
Wait, wait a minute. Let's back that up. The hell is that supposed to mean, man?
What? What?
Was that a racist joke?
No, not at all, man. No,
What the
man.
fuck you mean?
I'm not racist. I love white people. I love white people.
Are you saying?
I
I
love
know
white
what this
people.
shit is right here. All these damn white women
No.
going after this motherfucker because they like tall, dark Dutch chocolate candy bar.
Let me tell you something, bro. I have not had any deals with a white woman, and it's been a long, long time, you know. But hey, like I said, no, not, no.
You got some in the Rolodex though. Ah,
You might got me on that one.
okay.
But no, man. You know, like I say, man. Hey, at the end of the day, we want to be heard.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
We want to be loved, cared
Yes.
for. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I don't mind
Yes,
giving out
ladies.
love. I don't mind returning love. You know, loyalty. You know, communication. You know what I'm
Absolutely
saying?
required. Yeah,
I don't mind it
absolutely
at all. I
loyalty,
really
please.
don't. You know, and at the end of the day, I just feel like this. I believe you put in what you want, and you get out what you put in. And hopefully, I'm putting the right ingredients to get out what I want. You know, and hopefully one day I can find that woman that I can call Mrs. Gerald.
Ooh, Mrs. Gerald, you hear that? He's looking, ladies. So don't forget, if you're looking for a good, tall, dark man, 6 foot and taller, dial 1-888 Gerald. That's 1-888
Oh man.
Gerald.
Oh man. Hey, look me up. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
All right. But for real though, you know, I agree with you 100% on that. You know, it's definitely a labyrinth to navigate, you know, these relationships out here sometimes. And it's like walking through a minefield, bro. It really is.
Yeah, it is, man.
You know, try not to step on a mortar or something like that out there, so to speak. You know, because you can end up getting your ass blown up.
Right, you got to navigate these lives, these roads, these streets. You know,
It's a war, man. It's a war out there,
know?
bro.
Gotta, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Hey, make your next move your best move.
Hey, that's not bad advice, honestly. So keep that in mind, guys. You know, always push forward in that. UK crowd, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about men in America and what they've been posting about on YouTube. Let me know if you guys been watching any of that content. I know some of you been watching mine. Let me know what you guys think about the dating scene for men and what they have to go through in America and how it compares to what you men in the UK have to go through. Men in the UK specifically, let me know what you think. Even the women out there, let me know what your perspective is on the women here in America and, you know, what they're doing. And the path that they have chosen to be more independent and chase careers and kind of cut men off from the booty, which I gotta say hasn't really been working, ladies. So y'all need to start sticking to your words because you probably only been cutting the booty off to that 90% below that you ain't been choosing anyways. Because I still see a lot of posts about these women complaining about all these men that are shitheads and chads. But the funny thing is, I ain't never seen none of y'all. So, I mean, that kind of speaks for itself in that regard, I think. Don't forget about the other 90% that is out there. But my UK crowd, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about it, and give me your opinion and your thoughts on it. And let me know if you guys have any ideas for further content. If you want us to do another Real Talk podcast on that subject, or you have another one we can expand on this one with, let me know, and we'll do another Real Talk podcast. I have my boy Gerald. Don't forget, that's 1-888 Gerald's 1-888 Gerald's. Call now. So honestly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody for the support. And this has been Real Talk.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to be safe, be kind, and always be real.